All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, wherever you're speaking from. This is Sadia, and here is Dominic with me. And today's topic is influencer marketing, the power of influencer marketing. Why do people do it, and how are people building up their income stream day by day by this wonderful platform? And, you know, the communication skills. Okay, so it's all about communication skill and how you create bonds with other people is what matters, and that's what we are going to talk about, and how you can turn this amazing skill into your sustainable income stream as well. So Dominic is going to coach us today as usual because she is our favorite coach of all time. So Dominic, take it away. I won't speak anymore. I think
Right.
brief and
Thank you
perfect.
for having me, Sadia, once again to speak on this topic. I really do appreciate you and this time and this relationship that we have grown together. So I just want to start out by thanking everybody for giving me the time out to teach you guys today. So um, let's get started. So I want to go over like the first thing, and that is the goal. A lot of people have long-term goals, right? And most
Mhm.
people, like the average people, have short-term goals, right? And I have to stick to the basics because most people, think of influencer marketing and they think that it's like something on the top shelf and they can't, seem to grasp a hold of it or the concept of it, right? So when it comes to marketing, marketing is all about networking with people. Okay.
Mhm.
Now,
Definitely, yeah.
when we talk about influence, what does that actually mean? Influence others to do better, right? And you have to
Mhm.
become the person that they want to become, right? Of
Yeah,
influence. Okay.
yeah.
So let's go back with the term goal here, right? Let's just say
Mhm.
I'll just put out a broad number here. Okay. Revenue per month. How much per month does one want to make, right? And most of it
Yeah.
is like a broad number. Everybody's saying 10K per month or so, right? But in actuality, they want to make like that $1 million cap, and above, right? They want all of
Mhm.
their
Yeah,
bills taken care of. Some people just want to
yeah.
be happy, but we're talking about
Definitely,
revenue here, okay? Okay,
definitely,
so
yeah.
picture this, okay? Um, if you want to make $100 or so,
Mhm. Mhm.
what are you gonna do? You're gonna probably try to find a job to try to make that extra money, extra $100. When we talk
Yeah.
about how about $1,000,
Mhm.
how are you going to be able to make $1,000? Most time, people will think,
Different.
okay, well, I got to sell a car or I got to sell something that's going to cost me,
Mhm.
$1,000, which is good, right? Most
Yeah.
times, people cannot sell other products. Why? I,
Mhm.
I don't I don't know why, right? They look at everything as one big giant here, okay? If you stick
Yeah.
with okay, I'll get straight to the point.
Yeah.
So when it comes to making like $100,000 to 1 million and above or so, you have
Mhm.
to focus on this, right? The goal.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. Goal
The
is very
goal,
important.
the
Like
goal,
starting
right?
point here. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have to focus on what's in front of you is stopping you to get to
Mhm.
that goal, okay?
Yeah.
If you cannot get to $100 per day,
Mhm.
how are you going to be able to get to $300 per day, which is going
Mhm.
to add up to $100,000, right? In a whole
Yeah.
year. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have $10,000 or so and you sell it to 10 people, that's
Yeah.
$100,000, right?
Yeah.
So you need to figure out who you need to talk to when it comes to influencing, right? You have
Yeah.
to figure out who you want to talk to and who's going to be able to get you there, right? So
Yeah.
the power of influence is
Objective.
this, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
It's more than just talking to people online, Facebook and
Yeah.
Instagram, and going
Definitely.
up to random people and just talking to them, right?
Yeah,
You want to figure out exactly who you know that you can connect with, right? All of
definitely.
us, we have to think of it as this, right? When we want to figure out who's our dream influence, right? Who's that number one person that they want to talk to, right?
Mm-hmm.
My
Yes.
number one person that I always wanted to meet and I always wanted to talk to back then was Michael Jordan. That was somebody that I wanted to be, right? All the basketball skills, all of
Mm-hmm.
it, everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now that I've gotten into business or so, I kind of just pushed that to a side, and now I am thinking of business owners, right? Now the one particular person I wanted to talk to is Grant Cardone, right? So I need
Mm-hmm.
to figure out exactly who do I need to talk to get to Grant Cardone in order for him to market me, right?
Exactly.
Anybody can do this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
He had said something in an event, okay? He said this. He said, if you wanted to make, what would you want to make? Would you want to make $1 million, or would you rather have 1 million followers, right? And he
Mhm.
said, if it was him, I would choose 100 or 1 million followers. And the reason why is because those people can market you or so. It can be a snowball effect, right? But you need to
Definitely.
get there. So, what is the road, the actual road to get there? You need to start collaborating. Okay. Collaborate with people who make more than you, right? It could be little
Yeah.
by little. If somebody
Sure.
makes 10 grand per month,
Mm-hmm.
5 grand per month, or $1,000 per month online.
Mm-hmm.
Collaborate with that person, ask them questions, see
Mm-hmm.
exactly what you guys can do. Ask them a few questions. Hey, I got a really, really nice post. Hey, can you think you can do a couple of shout outs for me? And that's what it is about influencer marketing, right?
Yeah.
You go and build these relationships with these influencers to
Mm-hmm.
collaborate so that
Mm-hmm.
you and your audience can meet their audience and their audience can meet your audience.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Grant,
Brilliant idea.
yeah,
That's how it
Grant
starts. Yeah.
Cardone has always said this. He wants to meet everybody, everybody on the whole planet. Why? The guy's crazy. Do you know that there's serial killers on this planet too? He doesn't. He wants to meet everybody. He wants to help everybody. He wants everybody to learn his craft. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so much love for the business that he has. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wanted to pinpoint on is you need to collaborate and you got to start getting out there, shaking hands with the right people, with the right guys and stuff. I'll actually tell you guys something yesterday. This actually happened yesterday.
Okay.
Mikey C Rock. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. Mikey C
Mm-hmm.
Rock is actually connection with Grant Cardone. I sent him a message. Guess what? He messaged me back. And some of these influencers that are like, he's a 10-figure earner, by the way. He
Oh,
makes he
wow.
makes 10 figures in a
Okay.
year. Yeah.
That's a
So
lot.
yes, and he works alongside with Grant Cardone. He markets with Grant Cardone. He's with Cardone Ventures and everything like that. So I sent him a voice text. I said, "Hey, I got my business partner, and he's been trying to get past the $2 million to the $5 million cap. Guess what he did? He sent me a message. He said, "Okay, hey, thank you for reaching out to me." It wasn't a chat bot or anything. It was actually him. He said, "You know what? I'm glad that you guys were able to connect with me. Here is the link, the calendar link. Schedule your appointment with me, and we'll talk or so, right?"
Yeah.
So I gave the link to my business partner, and he's gonna try to see if he can help him get from 5 mil or 2 mil and pass and on to get to that $10 million mark or so. And
Yeah.
that was just a random text message or a voice text message that I sent him. I said, "Hey, you got a minute? Can I talk to you for a second?" Guy was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, talk to me." Okay. I hope that this is getting good.
Wow, this is really, yeah. This, I mean, that's how it works. I really didn't know at first when I saw it as well. That how does it work? Where should I start from? But I started anyway, without thinking that what will happen and what will not. If we don't start, nothing will happen. So we need to start. We really need to be brave enough to take that first action so that we can achieve our goals.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Sadia, I always tell people that never be too afraid to shake hands with people, talk to people, say hello. Hey, I do this, what do you do for a living or so? If they ignore or don't say anything, that's okay. Just move on to the next person, and that's
yeah,
okay. So I want to talk about this a little bit. People will think that the influencer pages on Instagram are those 100K following pages. You got the physical fitness guys up there, or
yeah,
the guys are trying to like up and hype up their music artists, or even those millionaire luxury pages or so. Try to figure out and talk to them like a voice text and see if they're going to send you a voice text to see if that page is real, because there's so many pages out there and so many fake ones. You really, really cannot tell. Okay. So
yeah,
I want everybody to have a heads up on that. Even though you may be out there trying to go out there and just DM and DM, set yourself up a goal, guys. Do this
yeah,
week and figure out how many influencers that you can talk to and say, hey, I've been trying to get past this much in a month, and this much in a day. Where do I start? Where do I sign up? Or can we talk or so? Can I post my post on your page? Do you guys do shout outs? Ask for shout outs or so. Now this may have be a paid thing or so, but if you think about this, and if your selling skills and your communication skills are up to par or so, it comes down to a little bit of this. Hey, we've been talking for a little bit and stuff. Do you think you mind looking at my post? Can I post it on your page or so? The least thing that they're gonna say is no, not without payment. That's the least thing that
yeah.
they'll do, and then that'll be okay. At least you know, and at least you'll be like, okay, well, how much? And then you'll know the next step. Just get yourself a little bit of itty bitty steps to get there, right? Everybody is going the organic way. They're like, oh, I can make so much money. I made 50K by just doing barely anything on my butt, and sending out messages and all this other types of stuff. But actuality, to get to that type of it's basically to get to that number, you actually have to talk to the right people. You got to talk to the right people who's got the money and the right have to have the right product that's going to solve their problem.
Exactly. It's a secret. Something people don't talk about all the time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think we should
absolutely.
get to that. I'm liking this spot. Yeah, please
Yeah,
go ahead.
yes, yeah. Because I'll tell you, my business partner, he didn't know who I was, and he thought that I was gonna be his client. Even though we were going back and forth, and I was his client for a minute or so, but we actually became really, really great friends. And now I'm doing a little bit of work for him for free. He's doing a little bit of work for me for free. And we just became like business partners. He asked me to be his long term client, long term partner, and I said, I would be thrilled. I would be honored to be with you for long term. Otherwise, I mean, then I'll be without a mentor, without a coach to help me get to where I need to get to, or so. And we've been friends ever since. And it's been maybe about 3 years or so since we've been
Wow.
working together. But it's little stuff like like these podcasts, like right here, joining and talking with other people, and getting the hang of it or so. I think podcasts are like one of the biggest ways to do influencer marketing, because those people are already of influence. They're already talking to their audience and everything like that, and they're able to get everything together and stuff. That and I want to say events or so.
Yeah, I think we could also start this kind of podcast via events. We did not open any event page. We did it randomly just to see if it works or not, or how many people we are helping. But maybe it will have a bigger impact when we do it with a proper plan, with a bigger time. And I think event page is a really good way to engage people, because that gets you leads. Then you can also have records of people who are signing up for your event, so that you can refer back to those people, and maybe engage with them in a way that will be creating long-term impact both in your and their lives. So it's really good. I think the smart strategy to engage people is to create events and keeping records of the people who are really watching your podcast, or maybe any kind of webinar that you're hosting. So I really like that strategy. But sometimes what happens is we take impromptu actions. For example, we are deciding to go live in a minute. And so it happens that like impromptu actions, as in sometimes we call up a friend once in a while all of a sudden because we are feeling like calling that person. We've If we reflect back on our past actions, we see that this person talked to us a week or let's say a month ago regarding something, and all of a sudden we remember, okay, this person needs my help, right? So we can call that person up and tell them that we are ready to help them, or this is the path they should take. Maybe we have a better plan for them, right? So um, let's leave that for a while and talk about our topic again, because maybe we did not narrow down our topic that way, like the way we should have. So let's talk about the definition of influencer marketing for a while. Okay, because a lot of people are kind of confused about the definition of this topic.
Sure,
Okay, I'm not sure how many people over here really know the definition or meaning of influencer marketing. So
sure,
maybe can we say that in one sentence so that everyone understands?
sure. Influencer marketing is taking one person of importance with a large audience and to market other people, right? And it's
Yeah.
what the purpose is to unify the communities,
Hmm.
right? For an example,
Yeah. Exactly.
like, I
You
want to say
nailed it.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to say, I don't want to get into like politics or religion or anything like that, but take Dr. Martin Luther King or so. Dr. Martin Luther the King, he would, influence a lot of millions of people around the world, but he took other people like Malcolm X and all these other people, Jesse James or Jesse, I think that's his name, Jesse Jackson. I'm sorry. All these other people, Rosa Parks, and
Hmm.
influenced them. And what he did was market them as well for a cause, right? So if you
Yeah.
have a certain cause, you would go to the nearest influencer, whether it's Russell
Hmm.
Brunson, whether it's Tony Robbins, or somebody who has a large audience. It could be, 10,000 or more or so, to get your message out there. It's just that simple. So taking some, it does, and really to be honest with you, I
Yeah.
want to say that, you know, having a certain status does help. It does. Is it necessary? Kind of, sort of. But if for more momentum, the more influencers you talk to, the more likely they are going to advertise you, and the more likely your message will be omnipresent. You will be everywhere. And that is the whole purpose of it. Besides the message part, to do your message for a cause is to get your message out there, is to unify your communities with other communities, and to bring people together. That's basically, in short term, of what influencer marketing is. I would hope that that was helpful.
Definitely. I mean, this is what I wanted to talk about as well. Thank you so much. I think you pretty much summed up everything. So we can end this podcast with a short message. Would you like to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Communication is really the foundation of your business. You know, without communication, your business will not be able to grow, and without your
Yeah.
network. So you got to communicate with people, even if you feel kind of uneasy about speaking to other people or feeling less confident or so. Hey, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, they are from, different parts of the world. Don't really have the best speech, but they're influencers too. They made millions and talked to people and done their talents and everything like that. Don't be afraid. Get out there and start talking to people.
Exactly. Exactly. So people are coming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, then sometimes TikTok, just to
Yeah,
talk to people. We can
yeah,
use the platforms that we have. It's not necessary that we have to waste our time on them doing unnecessary things or something that does not, provide us with anything. Sometimes what we can also do is talk to people who can help us or who we can help, so they give us back something someday in some way. You never know in what way your help will come back. So help people as much as you can, and always try to make a good difference, because that's exactly what you want. And if you want that, you also need to do the same for another person. So I think that's all about influencer marketing for me, personally, if I'm not wrong.
absolutely.
And okay, I have one question before we end this podcast. I wanted
Absolutely.
to know, how do people start blogging? I mean, I've always wanted to blog, but I never really knew the appropriate way to do it. Or maybe there is no one specific way to do it. Maybe anyone can do it the way they like. I'm not really sure about this. Can you please enlighten me on this topic? How to
Sure.
blog, how to start, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, blogging is no different than, posting online. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically, writing about what you feel. And
Okay.
a lot of people, take it and look at it and say, I have to be the most creative writer in the world to start blogging. No, like when I started blogging years and years ago, I took basically some resources, of what I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of made my own spin about it. And I think the best tip that I can tell you into creative writing is write as if you would speak it out to it. And there's plenty of like Grammarly and Chat GPT and stuff like that. There's plenty of automated places out there where it can uh, grammatize the whole blog for you if you were to write it out. So I know that we're getting to a world where talent is starting to slim down, which is very strange. But if you are really passionate about blogging, take a topic that you love to talk about. You know, every so like me, I can talk about almost anything. You know, if
Yeah.
if it were just like you and me or something like that, we can blog about something about this.
Yeah. Sure.
That's
I
basically
think we
what
should do that. Yeah.
blogging is. Yeah.
Well, I know a new platform where we can blog, and we can also have audio podcasts. Have you heard of audio podcast?
It'd be something, similar to this, but you're taking your audio and putting it,
Yeah.
into other platforms and stuff. I think Twitter wanted to do it for a while, and I don't know if they've done it now, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Twitter, but Onet has definitely done that. I
Hmm.
mean, they're doing a brilliant job in that, and everyone is going. I mean, some people don't have that background or the environment to go live. So what they did was, they decided to go live via an audio podcast, so that they don't have to be seen, but at the same time, their voices will be also heard. Okay, what we like nowadays, we want to be heard. We want people to listen to us or share our feelings with someone. So what we can do is we can go to ONET. The sign up is very simple. It's just one click sign up, and you get thousands of products. Right now, there are a few products like ONET, OTRIM, and OMail. Besides that, the ones who had taken the foundership previously with on passive, they are also getting access to a founders community account. Then we have this entire ecosystem. So Ocan, another amazing video conferencing and audio conferencing tool is coming up called OConnect, which will have more wow features than any other streaming networking platforms. So we will be going live very soon using OConnect as well. And we will be blogging and sharing our audio podcast on ONET, because we have seen that some people also, like, there are people who do not see like we do, so they can hear us, they can only hear us. And we can also say that there are people in the rural areas who do not have high speed internet or high quality internet like we do. So what they prefer is just to listen to the people rather than watching them, because they don't have that quality of internet. Okay, so that's the reason I think why a lot of people prefer to have audio podcast rather than video podcast. And that's why we were also thinking that we will go to ONET and share some of our audio podcasts so that everyone can see or hear what they need to hear about. Um, for example, influencer marketing, everyone does not know about it. Everyone does not know that there is actually a better way to build your income, or what is exactly the sustainable way to build your income or passive income, let's say. um, can we talk about some passive income streams? Can you give some examples of passive income streams?
Well, really, the word passive is kind of like the word that
Tricky.
I don't really like to use, because passively, is like, okay, what does that actually mean, right? Passively is passive is like, okay, it's flowing, right? But like, to talk about like streams of income and stuff like that, it would really depend on the person and the person's goal or so, of what they really want to get into, right? Like, we've been caught in these side hustle applications and stuff, and they're been advertising side hustles this and side hustles that, you know. But people need to understand that if you really wanted to, build an actual business to doing these type of things, you want to figure out your goal or so, right? So if we wanted to make um, $10,000 per month passively, we need to figure out exactly what it is it's going to take to make our first $100 per day, to our second $200 per day, to $300 per day or so, right? And
Yeah.
$300 per day would be like 10 grand per month or so, right? So we need to figure out like what type of product would we want to sell to get to 10K per month. Or we can sell a high ticket product. We can sell a car. We can sell a course. We can sell a home. We can sell anything that's worth $10,000 or more. So if most people don't think in bulk, because they're like, okay, well, I'm I want something just now, right? They're thinking about the now. So to do these type of things, there's exotic car broker. And what that is finding cars and exotic cars for people who are, millionaires, or people who are just looking for cars or so. That would be something that they can do passively to make 10 grand, or actually, it's an infinite amount of money that you can make from being a broker, right? Jet ski rentals. I think that your investment to rent out jet skis would be, $5,000 to buy two jet skis and rent them out if you were, in California or something like that, and you can make some passive income from that. Um, but it's really taking something that's realistic and being realistic with it, and not just thinking that that, okay, well, I'm just going to find a website and just think that I'm going to take surveys all day long and I'm going to get absolutely wealthy, rich off of just doing that. It doesn't work that way, you know. It's all about time management, money management, people that you need to talk to, networking, and there's just a lot of crumbs when it comes to building your business, you know. Or if people want to become a solopreneur, and when we're talking about like streams of income, you're more of the solopreneur than the entrepreneur. You know, you want to do everything, you know, with hands off and everything as autopilot. But the thing about it is, you really, if you really want it to become very, very wealthy and build wealth, is to think like an investor and invest your money into things that, you know, it's going to cost money to invest. For example, real estate or cars, or even like a pressure washing business. You know, that too. If somebody needed their home pressure washed, that you can build a business out of that too.
Yeah. So we wanted to keep our podcast short. Actually, we have a lot of things to talk about. It's never going to end. That's the truth. However, sadly, we need to go because we have other commitments to fulfill as well. But we will come back again with answers to your questions. So ask us and as many questions you have, because we know that this is a vast topic. We might do episode 2 of influencer marketing. What do you think, Dominic?
Yeah, I think that if you want to do an episode too, yeah, that'd be wonderful. I'll be able to come back on and talk a little bit more about influencer marketing.
Yeah, we can. I think this can be a series. This topic is a really vast topic. We can't finish talking about it in one podcast. So, those who missed watching it from the beginning, we had really interesting things to talk about. So, you would like to listen to them, and they will be very useful to you, hopefully. Other than that, you can personally know Dominic. She's always there online to help you guys build your business and sustainable income streams in a very easy and simple manner. Okay, so till then, take care and keep growing, keep shining all the time. Stay happy, healthy, and keep praying for us as well so that we can help you. Okay, so help us help you. Share this podcast with everyone and ask us as many questions you have in your mind right now so that we can reach you in the right way. And yeah, we will see you in the next podcast. Thank you so much, Dominic. Love you so much. And we will see you very soon. So till then, take care. Bye bye.
Thank you, Sita. Thank you for having me. Bye bye.
Thank you.